Right, it's Unique with Unique Travels TV. Another question I got asked yesterday was about side jobs, like part-time jobs in China, working a part-time job in China. It is illegal for you to work a part-time job in China if you're a foreigner. If you're a foreigner, you're supposed to have all the proper paperwork to work whatever job you're working. With a part-time job, they do not require you to get, a resident permit or a work permit or anything like that. And if you're working at a job without a work permit, it's illegal. So it's like a kind of like a catch-22. Oliver, the foreign teacher who works here, had a couple of co-workers at his company that was doing a side job at a training center, and they got raided, and all three of them got deported. This was like 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, that this happened. You hear about that a lot. China has been cracking down on their regulations a lot lately because there's so many people here that are working illegally. There's so many people here who are working without a degree, who are working on a tourist visa, just doing whatever they want. So they've been raiding a lot of schools and asking a lot of questions. It's becoming difficult to do other things. Now, what you can do is do private tutoring, one-on-one tutoring at your house or at the person's house. They don't mind that. You do not get in trouble for that. You can do that as much as you want with no problems. It's when you step into an actual school or actual training center that you are now working illegally. What you do in your own home or privately or just one-on-one or whatever is fine. Even if you decide to have a couple of kids. Like I met a guy at the New Year's Eve party where he teaches 6 kids a day for an hour for $600, 100 RMB each, and he doesn't work at a school. That's how he makes his money. He only does private lessons. So you get some people who do that instead of just doing one-on-one. They'll have more kids in the class and make more money. So you could do anything like that, but you can't just go work at another school. You can, but you could get in trouble. Yes, a lot of people do it, but you always have to look over your shoulder. You'll never know when you could possibly get caught, and I don't know if that's, some people don't mind that, but I do, especially since I know people who have gotten caught or who have gotten deported since I've been here, and I haven't been here that long. I've only been here since September, and I'm constantly hearing stories about it in the WeChat groups or such and such. They were working at this place, and it's usually like the mom and pop type of training centers or schools. And when I say mom and pop, I mean small, doesn't really have a lot of like locations, haven't been open super long. When you get to some of these bigger schools, it gets a little easier to not get caught. But even if you look it up online, Disney English got caught not too long ago about having workers that weren't legal, and they got deported or whatever, and they got a fine for it and everything. So even Disney English, which is a big company and has locations all over China, they've raided. So you never know when they could decide to bust up in your school. And one good thing about China, though, I don't know if it's a good thing, but one thing about China is if you have cash on you, the police are very easily bribed. So if you have enough cash, you could bribe them to let you go. But also, if you don't know the language, it's kind of hard to finagle that. But you could always try, pull out the money and be like, point to it like, here, you, me, leave, or whatever. So I've heard some stories about people just bribing the police to let them go. But say you don't have any money on you, then they're going to take you to jail. And is it really worth it? I don't think it is. But it's Unique with Unique Travels TV. Like, subscribe, share.